Good day, Ruskin Enjoyers. Hope you're right, because it's time to talk about Christmas progress and post-Christmas momentum. Oh, it's just around the corner. Just a few more days. But first of all, I just want to talk about the current Christmas rush store. So let's just switch over to here. The first 24 hours of sales, it's a bit of a surprise. But remember this. With brand new Christmas skins, and even the older Christmas skins, once Christmas is over, they will start going down in price. And inevitably, around March, April time, this is usually on average, March, April, most of these skins will then reach their lowest price point. But from then, you will start to see their prices slowly start to go up in anticipation of the next Christmas. So for all these skins, you've got to keep an eye out on them between March 2026 to April 2026. Now, of course, if I could just quickly remind you of the past, you might recall post-Christmas, earlier this year, January 2025 time, we talked about all the nice investments that we could, make whilst we're selling all our Rust skins. But, eventually we do peak and then it stops and it goes back down in price again. Most skins do go down in price around, well, the Easter time. March, April mainly. February is a bit debatable. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't. And we have a good thing to mention in regards to that. But, as you can see here, back in March 2025, the 29th of March, I made this video and I was like, guys, now you got to start making a move. And I hope you did, because the prices of all the skins that I mentioned here, and of course the Christmas skins from the previous year, they were at their lowest price. And they rose up in price ever so nice. Yes. So you got to prepare for this all over again, basically. Christmas skins are very good long-term investments. Like in many instances, some of these skins doubled in price for me before we even entered December. So I will showcase some skins in a second. But in regards to these skins right here, we have the ever so interesting, lovely looking gingerbread sheep meta double door. Well, it only just about reached 9,900 subscribers. Still quite a lot. But I was expecting more after the first 24 hours of sales. Basically, what I'm going to say is, with a very rough estimate, I do believe that's going to probably end up between 20 to 25,000 subscribers. Now, of course, towards the end of its 7-day tenure, as we get closer and closer to next Thursday, it very likely might be getting a lot of people buying a bunch of them towards the end, maybe quite literally next Thursday. Because, of course, with the abnormal barders, we'll be doing those abnormals. We'll look at the prices afterwards, and I can't help but assume we're going to see a lot of investment towards that sheep meta double door. Yep. I feel pretty confident with that. Why'd you say that? It glows and it has transparency. Oh yeah. In fact, I even put a special tweet out mentioning 2 other instances. So the Bombshell sheep meta double door, that is actually marketable. And then, of course, Blizzard ID's sheep meta double door Twitch drop that was going away towards the end of 2023. If you missed out on that, unfortunately, you're going to have to consider buying this or this. Well, to be honest with you, it's only $2.49. And that's why I'm surprised it hasn't sold that much. All the better for it to rise up in price in the future, perhaps. Well, let's just see. Again, maybe we'll see a lot more sales towards the end as we get closer and closer to Thursday. We'll see. But also North Star. I was honestly expecting that to, initially my expectations were, that's going to comfortably do over 30,000 subscribers. I don't think that's so much anymore. North Star Metal Face Mask, you did just under 11,000 subscribers, and the chest plate barely over 9,000. Now, maybe the chest plate's going to be the one that doesn't actually go over 30. Maybe it's just going to be the face mask. A lot of people do appear to only be appreciating the face mask. But just want to point out, we did showcase this in the recent Rust Store rotation video, so let's just go... Oh, no, it's not it. I don't have it here, but I'm sure you know where to look. Basically, that does blend in quite nicely. A whiteout. I think we have a nice option for budget snow camouflage. Now, if you're going to say, it's tier 3 though. Drink some tea, right? So it's as simple as that. Go find a lovely farmer. I'm sure he'll help you out. So, okay, that's a nice thing to see, but I was expecting a lot more sales. We'll see what happens with those particular skins right there. Whilst they are Christmas skins, they're not super Christmassy, gimmicky sort of skins. And because they have some very nice advantages, some might even say pay to win, they actually might end up being very nice skins regardless. Those skins might not go down in price. So feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to that. Perhaps all 3 of these skins will be selling less than 30,000 subscribers, which is still kind of quite a lot, but not a ridiculous amount. And that means they are probably looking to be a whole lot more appetizing as exquisite investments. So, all right, cool. All the other skins, though, I do believe they're very susceptible to going down in price pretty quickly. And, of course, when's the best time to buy them? March, April time. So, keep that in your head. So, right, that's cool. That's me talking in regards to brand new Christmas skins. But, of course, how did it all progress? So, earlier this year, we were just basically wrapping up post-Christmas 2025. So, Christmas 2024, it was pretty good. Prices improved ever so nicely. Basically, everything that happened last year has happened all over again as of right now for 2025, which is good. I'm very happy with how things have turned out so far. I've sold a lot of Christmas skins. In fact, if I could just quickly switch over to here, don't want to talk about that just yet. I'm selling these Christmas skins very easily. I have been incredibly successful. So if I could just show you all the previous instances, even some of these backpacks that wasn't even getting that much of a look in a good several weeks ago. Oh, yep, they're easy. They're easily getting sold. One notable thing that I've sold quite a lot of, which I did mention quite early on back in March time, was the Christmas Miracle Sheet Metal Door. Now, we were very much under the impression that this very likely could be getting a sequel. And don't worry, we'll be talking about that. But this, we mentioned it in the previous video that we did. It was a very interesting thing to look at. It has risen up in price ever so nice. And just to kind of showcase the example of a brand new skin that came out last year, instantly went down in price. Lowest point, about just under $1, just under. But now, comfortably sitting here at $2.50. And we do potentially have a nice thing ahead of us. We could see the garage door being accepted. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't accepted in the first week. But just get on your knees, look up to the sky and pray very hard. Have the faith. I'm sure we could still see that, all right? We'll see how it goes. But that was just a nice example of a skin that came out last year that did have a lot of interest, that did sell quite a lot. Over 30,000 subscribers, don't forget about that. And whilst it did drop off, it inevitably did rise up in price, slowly, gradually, gracefully, as we got closer and closer to Christmas time the next year. So, all right, that's cool. And let's just quickly confirm, are you $2.50? You might be a little bit more, actually. Let's just, yeah, no, it's $2.70. And if we see that garage door, you know it's going up even higher. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. So that worked out as a lovely investment. But in regards to various other Christmas things and whatnot, they all did kind of work out quite nicely. As I said, I had a lot of Christmas skins. I put an effort in, selling them in waves of up to 5. Those gingerbread garage doors, they're just bought instantly. Now, were they massive profits and whatnot? Not really, but it was all profitable, and I'm happy with that. If you made a profit, just walk away, be happy. It will help you out. You won't be so stressed in life. So, all right, cool. So even right now, they're still selling quite nicely as well. I have various other accounts, but I don't want to quickly show this and that and that and that. Just so I get the point across. This Christmas so far has been good, and that's making me a whole lot more enthusiastic for post-Christmas 2026. So, hopping back over to here. When we get to post-Christmas, all skins rise up in price. But what we need to see is a lot of people turning up. So, of course, that worked out nicely. We identified when it stopped rising. And then, of course, the whole routine starts all over again. So here's me back in March. And here's me towards the end of October. If you can recall, lots of skins did go down pretty badly around the end of October time, including quite a lot of Christmas skins. I did warn everybody, hey, if you missed out on some of these Christmas investments, if you didn't buy anything around March and April time, you could probably still pick up a bunch of these and, well, they'll very likely rise up even higher. Can confirm it did happen to the sheet metal door. It did happen to the gingerbread man rug. I think it did happen a bit more with that, and I can confirm that hoodie did go up even higher. So, yeah, even then you could have made a bit of a profit. I hope you took part. But now, let's give you a nice little update in regards to what happened last time. We were expecting a lot of people to turn up with a lot of optimism and whatnot with the upcoming Naval update. The Naval update was originally supposed to come out in November. It was then delayed for December. And I sat here and I said, I can't wait for it to come out because a lot of very curious people will be turning up, wanting to play around with the boats, and we'll see tons of people playing. And it'll be the perfect lead-in for Christmas. Lots of people turning up at the very beginning of December, and hopefully it leads to a lot of people playing throughout the month and leads in to January Force Wipe with potentially a lot of people playing them, but basically it got delayed again. So that was deflating. Yes, it was. But to be honest with you, I'm sure everyone would agree that they'd rather have a nice update coming out around Christmas time instead of like a horrible buggy mess that they won't be able to fix fast enough. So it is what it is. But with the recent Christmas update, we did actually see quite a decent amount of people turn up. Just to remind you, with the beginning of December, we did not have an actual wipe. No update, nothing was actually added. So, okay. But with the Christmas update, we did get some things. So, all right, that's cool. Can confirm, a little bit earlier, we're all the way up to 171,000. Of course, with the lack of a proper update, December is a bit lacking in terms of like the peak player count we had. But I'm still rolling with the expectation. From here, and let me just point out, it's now the 20th for me. Over the course of the next 10 or so days, we are expecting a lot of people to be playing Rust now. If we went all the way up to 170,000 today, I'm hoping we see even more. Basically, the behaviour we're currently seeing right now is matching up perfectly to what we saw last year. Initially, it wasn't that great. It was fine, but it wasn't too insane. But then as we rolled into the second week, or, you know, when kids are out of school, when people are out of college, when people aren't working as much, then you start seeing a lot more people playing towards the second half of the month. And if we see this happen again, or if we're at least fairly close to it, I'm still very optimistic for January, okay? Now just remember, January Force Wipe is January 1st, 2026. So if you're in the Americas, make sure you drink nicely. You know, don't drink too much alcohol. You probably don't want to regret it. Anyway, so we're not expecting any sort of update or anything for January Force Wipe, but we are expecting a lot of people to be playing because they're not working, they're not in school, they've got lots of free time, and instead of being with their families, they're going to be swearing at everybody in Rust. Yeah, lovely, wonderful. So, all right, cool. So I am still staying optimistic. But here's a good question to ask you now. If the Naval update is now coming out for February Force Wipe, does that mean post-Christmas could probably stick around and last all the way into February as well? This has happened once before. I believe it was the, I think it was 2022. Was it 2022 going into 2023? I think it was. But I do remember one post-Christmas was so good it lasted all the way up until the end of February. Now, to be honest with you, if you can remember the prices we were seeing back in October time, maybe we'll accept anything that's fairly okay. But do consider this. Are we going to see all those very curious people turning up for February 2026 Force Wipe? If last year we had an average player count of 124,000 for January with a peak player count of 260,000 almost, would we be perfectly happy with the exact same amount we saw last year for February? Because honestly, that was still very, very good. And prices back then, still around this period of time, were still pretty good as well. I know I said that most skin prices peaked around maybe at the end of January, but you still could have sold some in February and still would have been a bit happy, especially with all the skins you probably would have bought for a lot cheaper price around October time. So, okay, understood. Offer your opinion. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. Will February be really nice? Or is it just only going to be January again? February might be okay, but then, of course, inevitably, March, April time, prices dropping off to brand new low points. So, yeah, be prepared for that. But, of course, don't forget, after Easter time, we'll also have summer. Oh, yes. So, typically, a lot of skins rise up in price ever so nice around the summertime as well. So, when times are good, yep, lots of people playing, lots of prices going up ever so nicely. But, of course, inevitably, you know, kids have to focus, homework and whatnot. People had to go back to focusing work. Yeah, I know. So, when player count bad, price is bad. When player count good, price is good. Very simple to understand. So, cool. Keep an eye on this. This is steamcharts.com. Right then, so Hedge, you've basically sat here, you've yapped about Christmas, you talked about how things are fairly okay, but, well, things could have been a whole lot better, but still, it's nice to see everything's still holding up quite all right. So I just want to quickly talk about a particular large box. I was supposed to mention it in that previous video, I forgot. Christmas Eve, I owned about 100 of these. I have sold pretty much like 80 of them now, but where is that Christmas Eve large box? Where are you? I kind of wanted to showcase you. There you go. This rose up in price ever so nice the second we saw the Christmas update. The second we saw the first Christmas Rust store. So, yep, get a good look at this. Sitting here at $2.46. it has peaked in price after a very long time, just kind of not wasn't doing anything. But yep, it's now reached a brand new all-time high price. It was kind of doing very nicely towards the end of November, kind of went a bit funny for a while. Christmas appears, suddenly everybody wants it. I mean, that's fine. What you've seen here is kind of what we've seen for a lot of Christmas skins at the moment. So this is just a bit of a warning for you in the future. If you're worried about like prices for Christmas skins around the end of November and whatnot, or the beginning of December, maybe you might want to like hold it out and wait until the first Christmas rush store, because you very likely will see a lot of people realizing, oh wow, oh no, it's the Christmas update, I better go buy a bunch of Christmas skins. So yeah, that had a nice like boost, but I don't think it'll be lasting forever. Remember, the second it's no longer Christmas, yeah, you might want to sell those skins. Yep, make sure you get them sold before they go back down in price. Right then, so cool. But is there anything else that we can point out? So we already mentioned like the Christmas Miracle Sheep Matador, that large box. I almost said backpack there. Sorry about that. I do want to quickly point out an interesting skin from the past. So that is going to be the Santa coat. It was a jacket skin. Do you remember this? Yep. So this came out and did like 30,000 subscribers. That was pretty ridiculous, but it's a very fun looking skin. You get the beard, you get the hair, you look like Santa. Wonderful. But this took a while for it to get to this point. And inevitably, I do believe it will be going back down in price again. March, April time. With older skins, you can still invest into them, right? Scroll. So you can see for yourself, 2 years ago, it came out, went all the way down in price. Went as low as about 40 cents USD. But inevitably, with anticipation to next Christmas, it rose up in price ever so nice. Now, it didn't go like a ridiculously high price. It only reached about 90 cents. Goes back down again. Earlier this year, around February time, yeah, February in this particular instance, it went all the way down to about 40 to 50 cents. And now, it sits here at $1.30. Now, it's not like an insane profit, but if they're only 40 cents each, how many do you reckon you could have bought? I can confirm to you, I've sold about 60 of these, and, well, let me tell you this, that profit does add up. It might be just a little bit of profit initially as just one skin, but if you sold about 60 of them, oh, well, that does look pretty good. It's pretty good, yep. So, definitely a consideration for anticipation to next Christmas. It's up to you. But yeah, you can even look at older Christmas skins, and you can see some very nice things. As I said, there's a reason why I was making so many Christmas preparation sort of videos throughout the year, and well, I hope you made a nice attempt and you walked away with some lovely profit. So now, post Christmas, what are we expecting? Well, like I said, we need to see like a nice sort of like what's the word to say? We need to notice a nice bit of progress with notable, very in-demand skins. So if I could just switch over to here. Oh, well, first of all, I should just quickly point out, with our brand new gingerbread sheep Matador, because it has such nice windows of transparency that we can see through, it's completely ruined what this had. That Bombshell sheep Matador that was selling for about $12 just a couple of days ago. Now it's starting to go down in price because people prefer the brand new gingerbread one. So, yeah, we still have issues like that, but hey, that's just normal rust. Heat Seeker collection. A very in-demand collection. I can't wait for Heat Seeker Summer number 2 next year. I'm joking, but I have asked the skin creator, would you consider making some more skins? It did recently get a skin accepted with complete the sets. We'll see how it goes. He's also behind the porcelain collection. Mr. Vase is quite the talented artist. But anyway, this Thompson didn't sell a ridiculous amount, but it's very in demand. So we got 96 listings here, $7.60. That sold for $3. That sold for $3, and it's already at this point, but it's still before Christmas. I just want to point out very in demand skins, as you'll see right here. Oh, they've already peaked in price. Now, they're peaking. They're currently at the highest price they've ever been, but it doesn't mean they've finished, right? But if you have tons of these skins, like in most instances I do, if you really need some funds, you can just sell 1 or 2 a day. That's fine. You don't have to like hoard all of them and wait literally until like the 1st of January. But typically, I usually get started as of December 26th. And I'll be trying to sell as much as I can within reason, right? Don't unload all of your skins at one time. Only sell up to 5 at a time. I've done that with all my Christmas skins. I've walked away with quite a decent bit of profit. In fact, let's now switch over to here because I happen to have my Christmas momentum progress right here for you to look at. So, what a lovely notepad you have here. I have been buying a bunch of things. That's my issue. I keep seeing some very nice looking skins. Last week we had the porcelain sheep Medadabador. We had the pirate bed. I felt the need to jump onto it. So I just want to get the point across that I'm still buying things. And also with my streams, I buy prizes. I do giveaways. I'm very nice. But yeah, progress is happening. It still has been a bit of a struggle to get the barders in though. These two accounts are the only accounts that can do barders at the moment. This is my main account with pretty much all the skins. It's been progressing very nicely. But you can see like from here to here, what happened? Oh, I bought a lot of certain something. So here's hoping that the prices are going to continue improving. That's nice. But let's also just mention Heat Seeker MP5. This is a very, very special skin. It's the MP5 with the most transparency we have ever seen. Nothing compares to it. And because nothing compares to it still, this has been slowly improving. But, and here's the issue, right? What did I just say a second ago? Don't unload all of your stock. Why would you, why must I listen to you, Mr. Hedge? It's from personal experience. Look what you see here. We have big fat stacks of, stock being posted. Like, there's a lot to go through here. That's going to take quite a long time. And if this gets stuck at around this price and then other people start unloading their stock again, it's never going to surpass $3. Now, this has been lower as of recent. Like back in October time, it did go down pretty low. So let's just go ahead and showcase this. But yeah, you can see it was going up and then it stopped. So yeah, it went down pretty badly around October time. But then more recently, it was rising. But it just can't pass that $3 mark. So other people are now causing issues. Don't become other people. Learn from this particular instance. Do not unload big fat stacks of quantity. Just sell listings of 5, right? It goes quick. You just got to look at it again every hour or two. Oh, look, it sold. Oh, list more. There you go. It lets it flow so much better. It lets the prices rise so much easier. You want to make good profit, right? Don't be dumb. Sorry to say, but yeah, like if you keep doing that, you're never going to be able to make some good profit. If we all learn from this, we can all work out with some lovely, sweet, delicious profit. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Right? You don't have to listen to me, but I hope that makes sense to you. Right? You're only making it harder for yourself to get good profit, and that's the main thing you should be aware of. Okay, it's not just other people; it's you too. Whiteout skins, right? Whiteout Kilt sitting here at $28. But what was its all-time high price? Do you remember? Well, you don't have to remember because it's right now. Back during this past summer, it did rise up very nicely, but I can confirm we have now surpassed that. We have now surpassed, and we are currently looking at the all-time high price, and that is not stopping. So, like I said, post-Christmas, January time, I do believe this will be going up even higher. Now, of course, not everybody can afford $28. They have to look for other options. I always mention this, but yep, Thundergold, it's now also rising up in price ever so nice. Have you also reached a brand new all-time peak price? Yes, you have. It is improving very, very, very nicely. Look at this barter. Wishful thinking, Hedge, but I did buy a bunch, so I'm still happy. So anyway, yeah, things are improving already. It's not every single skin as of yet, but quite a lot of the very in-demand skins, oh, they're rising up in price ever so nice. So what you got to do now is start looking at your inventory. So let's just close this. There we are. And just, just take a look at some of these skins. Some of them you might notice, oh, wow, that's actually working out quite all right at the moment. So let's just see. I don't know. Oh, here you go. It's another Thundergold skin. But it's the Thundergold AK-47. Most AK-47s tend to go down in price pretty badly, but not this one. No, that's sitting there at $7. I do believe this is now sitting here at a new all-time peak price. It's not stopping though, well, hopefully. But yeah, that is in a very, 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 very good spot as well. So go look at your inventories. Start finding out what's going up in price. And then start making considerations. Oh, how far could it probably go? When should I start selling? When? At what point or what price should you start selling? Start questioning that and whatnot. So, all right, cool. Everything's now expected to rise up in price. Oh, sorry, I burped a little bit there. But you've got to be careful with yourself as well, right? put an effort in, get those listings up. But if you're me, and I'm experienced with this, I'd probably still wait until the 26th. Now, if you have like 100 skins, but hey, what's this? Didn't you mention Flashbacks collection back in January 2025, when you were sitting there with flush with cash because you sold all those Rust skins? Yeah, I did. I talked about how that very likely would be a very nice investment because we knew the jungle update was on the horizon. Lo and behold, it was. It was. So, as much as we like to talk about budget green options and whatnot, I don't think Flashbacks is going to be a budget option forever. In fact, right now, with its current price, yeah, it's a bit, kind of a little bit too pricey now, perhaps. Yeah, but yeah, you can see that trending up nicely, and it very likely will be reaching a new peak price again. So keep an eye out. That's also improving ever so nicely. So cool. Let's now talk about one extra thing. If I look at my storages, you'll see I have quite a lot of interesting skins. Yes, indeed. Right. So you might notice I've got some neon storages. I've got some graffiti storages. And I also do happen to have quite a lot of Xenotype storages. There is a bit of a concern, and I'm going to raise it to you now. Boxes DLC has like 10 mentions of individual skins, right? We don't know what this looks like. We do not know when it's going to come out. I feel very confident it's not going to come out for January. I don't think we've ever seen a proper update with like new content for January ever. But yes, keep an eye out for this. You very likely do want to go ahead and sell your all your storages, perhaps. Like, if you feel very much concerned with the possibility of a Face Punch Made special DLC, where we're going to see, let's just quickly name all the names. So we have, let's just go through here. We have a component box. We have a explosives box. We have a scrap box. We have, let's see here, there was metal frags, I do believe. There was also mentions of an ore box. What else have we seen? Explosives. A food box. Don't think we need that, but yeah, it's been made. So yeah, armor box. I'm pretty sure I saw a weapon box at some point. Yeah, it's going to be a storage collection. Is it small boxes or is it large boxes? We don't know. Imagine if it was barrels. Oh no. But anyway, with that arriving, that could be a big problem. So to all the people that invest into the Xenotype collection, I'm not sitting here and saying you have to unload everything. Take your time. Ride the wave of momentum. Don't be the wall that causes everything to crash and burn, right? So we'll see how it goes, right? Techo. I don't know what they are. I was just joking. A lot of people keep turning up to me and saying, Hedge, how come we don't have barrel skins? Failing to realise that barrels are like, they're a DLC item, aren't they? You have to pay to get them. So to have skins of them would be quite insulting, I guess you could say. Face Punch would have to give them away for free, wouldn't they? And they don't seem to want to do that. So, all right, cool. Point made, understood. But yes, keep an eye on the front page of the Rust Steam market as well. Quite a lot of Christmas things are appearing, but quite a lot of the very in-demand skins are on the front page as well. Oh, look, Christmas gang. Lovely. Oh, wow, you went up in price. Oh, I sold too early. Yeah. I didn't have tons of them, but yeah. Oh, look at Is that because we got the snow jacket? Probably. I still question if people actually use snow jackets and if they're going to put the effort into skin them and whatnot. But hey, I mean, it's nice to see. No complaints here. No complaints. So, yeah. Feel free to comment below. Are you feeling optimistic for post-Christmas? Quite a few people are still very much upset with like the cheaters and whatnot. Understandable, but here's hoping we see a ban wave or something fairly early into next year. They can't reveal what they're up to because they don't want to give the people that make the cheats have an advantage, if you know what I mean. So, all right, it is what it is. So, lots of skins expected to rise up in price ever so nice. Last year, or rather early this year, post-Christmas 2025, I was looking for some nice things to invest to. Do you remember I bought 700 of these? I'm not joking. I still have 700 of them. Do you see me... why did you type 700? Flashbacks. Do you see me unloading 700 of these on the Steam market? No, because that would be incredibly dumb. I like to pace myself. So we'll see what becomes of the Flashbacks collection. But this has been improving this year. Does that look like it's stopping? No. I have no reason to unload anything anytime soon. But I'll probably start dripping in a few here and there. But look, there you go, 2216. Don't be dumb. Don't be another person, all right? Be yourself. So, all right, cool. That's a wrap, I do believe. So keep an eye on the player count. We're expecting much better numbers. And keep an eye on my YouTube, because I will be adding more and more post-Christmas videos talking about the progress and my progress, all right? So it looks like it's a wrap up now with Christmas portion of post-Christmas. So the second it's the 26th. That's when Hedge starts making a move. I'm tempted to start now, but I can't help but assume those numbers are going to improve even better when we had the January force wipe. If we do see over 200,000 people again, if we do see 260,000 almost, I am hoping, I am praying, but I'm also expecting that yes, all the skin prices will go up even higher. Will the Naval update coming out for February force wipe cause the momentum to stick around all the way into February as well? We'll see. Maybe it might dip for a bit towards the end of January and then go back up again when we have February force wipe. We'll see. We'll wait. We'll find out. So that's it. That's a wrap. I know it's a bit of a ramble, but I hope it helped you out, and I hope it kind of gets you like prepared and ready, because of course being prepared helps out a lot, and it doesn't hurt to keep progress with yourself. Learn from the things you've seen so far, and you can apply it to next year as well. Christmas skins, they are very nice long-term investments. But technically speaking, all regular skins are nice long-term investments if you know when to sell at the best times, which is post-Christmas and the summertime. Simple as. So that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to you. Enjoy your Christmas, or whatever you practice by yourselves. Maybe you just want to sleep a lot. I agree. It's awesome. It's amazing. Personally, I need to sleep right now. Oh, I'm knackered. So catch you later. See you. Goodbye.